Welcome to DHN. I'm your host, Wade Teamer. I got a question, guys. Has anyone else noticed that coins like Quant, Algo, XLM, XDC, IOTA have also been in the green, just like XRP over the last couple of weeks? That's interesting considering what's happening in November. This market gets crazier and crazier every day, folks. But what we're going to talk about in this video, it's all about Energy Web token. Now, this is a project that a lot of people sweep under the rug, and I think that is because they don't fully understand what it does. Well, in this video, not only will I give you a much better understanding of the technology, but I will also show you how the US government knows full and well what Energy Web does, and they plan to use it. How do I know this? Well, it is all laid out in the White House's most recent report on crypto and the climate. What you'll find the most interesting as a holder of Energy Web token is the proposed solutions that blockchain and DLT offers in relation to crypto and the climate, according to the White House. This crypto climate report is a collaborative effort by several of the alphabet organizations that run the country: the CFTC, Department of Transportation, SEC, DHS, and of course, the Department of Energy. As we go through the report, I'll show you just how much Energy Web is going to benefit from these initiatives, both from the technical implementation side and the enterprise relationships as well, that makes Energy Web token the perfect coin to have in your portfolio. Now, for balance, I do need to mention that this news is also good for Power Ledger and other coins or tokens that focus on distributed energy resources. In addition, you also have the coins or tokens that are already or aiming to be carbon neutral or negative. These coins are fitting into a much broader narrative that organizations like the Crypto Climate Accord are made to perpetuate. Don't worry, we'll touch more on those organizations in a minute, but first, let me lay the landscape as detailed in this report. Right away, you can see that just like several other global leaders, the US has gotten on board with the SDG goals for 2030. If you don't know what these goals are, I will of course leave a link in the description to all of the research materials that I used in this video. But just really quick, the SDG goals for the world were set forward by the United Nations in 2015. The Sustainable Development Goals are a collection of 17 global goals aimed at improving the planet and the quality of human life around the world by the year 2030. To meet these initiatives, the US is committed to reducing its greenhouse gas emissions by 50 to 52% by 2030. Carbon pollution-free communities by 2035, and completely net zero by 2050. This is why I get so excited about Energy Web, because I am constantly seeing information like this. It is clear that the energy transition, much like the payments transition, is being promoted and pursued by the biggest players in the game, and this agenda is going to span over the next 8 years. Next, they go into how digital assets affect energy usage. This is when they begin to compare the energy metrics of proof of work versus proof of stake systems. Pretty much, they have concluded that proof of work consensus mechanisms in the long run are bad for reaching those environmental goals. Now, another thing I want to mention here is the fact that yes, these numbers in the report could be swayed in the direction of those looking to push forth the agenda. This is totally possible, but my goal here is to always give you the global picture, because it's macro elements like this that will drive innovation in the crypto space, that will bring prices higher, and that will make our bags very healthy. And I know we all want very healthy bags. For example, the Inflation Reduction Act that was just passed by Biden will, and I quote, spur large-scale development of clean energy to allow the U.S. to electrify large portions of transit, buildings, and industrial sectors. You pair that with the bipartisan infrastructure law, which will enable investment in grid modernization and expansion, and you get your key term right there, folks: grid modernization. What does Energy Web specialize in? Grid modernization. Energy Web creates a base layer for the management of distributed energy resources like EV charging stations, solar farms or panels, wind farms, etc., and connects them using the Energy Web chain. In 2019, this tech got supercharged with the introduction of EWDOS, or the Energy Web Decentralized Operating System. Taking this quote from their website, the DOS leverages self-sovereign decentralized identifiers, a series of decentralized registries, messaging services, and integrations with legacy information technology systems to facilitate transactions between billions of assets, customers, grid operators, service providers, and retailers. This stack is a common digital decentralized infrastructure that is owned by none but managed and maintained by all. Yeah, I couldn't have worded that any better myself, guys. But the key points here: digital IDs, registries, messaging, and integrations with legacy IT systems. That means Energy Web can integrate with the existing energy infrastructure and bring it all under one umbrella. Notice too the facilitation of transactions between customers, grid operators, service providers, and retailers. Those are your distributed energy resources, folks. Now, let's get back to this report because section 4 is my favorite. It's called Emerging Digital Asset Technologies Could Support Climate Monitoring or Mitigation. Why is this my favorite? Well, the very first sentence talks about California's Flex Alert system that enables the electricity grid operator to push out requests for energy conservation during a grid emergency, securely interact with customers, and understand participation rates while maintaining customers' privacy. Why is that important? Well, that system they are describing is using Energy Web technology. Let me show you. On September 23rd, 2021, the California Independent System Operator implemented Energy Web's blockchain technology into its Flex Alerts program. This version is designed to improve participation and add direct customer feedback with the prospect of the number of subscribers growing to millions in the years ahead. Just like this channel. Specific features introduced include digital identities to protect data and ensure that personal data cannot be connected to a response history, and the option of receiving SMS alerts as opposed to email alerts. The fact that they led with this shows me that they are fully aware of what Energy Web is capable of. But there's more. Beyond information exchanges, smart grid technology has the potential to harness the service of millions of distributed energy resources, such as electric vehicles, fuel cells, residential and commercial battery systems, solar power systems, all to enhance grid reliability. Distributed ledger technology could potentially serve as the digital ledger for the registration, authentication, and participation of these DERs in a smart grid, enabling flexible grid operations as more variable renewables are adopted. So, key points there: registration, authentication, and participation of these DERs in a smart grid. Now, let me show you a few applications that are currently running on Energy Web. Number 1, AEMO Project Edge. This is coming out of Eastern Australia. It's a distributed energy resource marketplace where grid operators across the transmission and distribution interface can exchange grid services, such as requesting and buying the solar electricity stored in batteries of thousands of households across Australia to balance the grid. Then we have APG Flex Hub. This will be focused in Australia as well, but this is a proof of concept that is consumer end energy asset management. This will allow for customers to basically provide their own energy. Then we have Flex Runner IoT for machine-to-machine communications, Fluvis for EV battery management, Electrical Dense decentralized DSO platform for energy distribution centers, and DINA Registry, used by Germany's Federal Energy Agency for digital registries and distributed energy resources. Again, I don't know why more people don't talk about this token. But let's get back to the report, guys. We're going to wrap this up. They go on to state that DLT-supported innovation could help digitize, automate, and decentralize the operation of the electricity grid. The automated and distributed nature of DLT makes it a candidate for supporting the evolving clean electricity marketplace with an increasing number of DER assets. They cap this section by saying that there is potential for blockchain and DLT to facilitate the development of environmental and energy markets, including carbon markets, distributed energy resource coordination, and general supply chain management. Hey, they slipped that supply chain in there. Let's go VChain. Blockchain and DLT are enabling technologies that are being explored in various markets. So what we have here, folks, is the US government fully aware of how blockchain and DLT can contribute to their climate goals. The use cases they describe are exactly what the Energy Web DOS can accomplish and is currently accomplishing. The fact that the California Flex program was used as an example shows, again, that they know about Energy Web token. Supporting this is the fact that only a few weeks back, we got the announcement that BlackRock could work with Energy Web for the verification purposes of Bitcoin mining activities. In addition, the two companies responsible for the creation of Energy Web, the Rocky Mountain Institute and Grid Singularity, RMI, has been involved in the climate space since the 80s, guys, and is currently a part of initiatives like America All In. Grid Singularity brings with it a team of veteran blockchain developers that have been around since the beginning. The Energy Web Council consists of companies like General Electric, Hitachi, Shell, Procter & Gamble, and several other big names in the energy market. And in 2020, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation endorsed Energy Web alongside Ripple for its commitment to climate goals. But topping off all of that is their newly announced admittance to the Crypto Sustainability Coalition, run by none other than the World Economic Forum. This coalition looks to see how Web3, blockchain, and DLT technologies could address climate goals. The coalition has 30 members, but the only 3 you need to know about are Ripple, Energy Web, and Stellar freaking Lumens. What this research has done is inspired me to connect the dots even more. These SDG goals, I hope you can see, are heavily weighted throughout our current economy. With that, there will be certain crypto projects that will rise to the surface. All the information points to Energy Web being one of those tokens. With that, don't forget to pick up your DHN Crypto Journal for the year. I discovered that the monthly DCA tracker is also good for reporting your crypto transactions in a nice way for tax time. So even if you want to record everything for this year in preparation for filing in 23, this is the only crypto notebook you'll ever need. Also, the membership library is filling up, folks. We have some base educational content, 2 documentaries on crypto adoption from around the world. I'm proud of it. It's great, and I have looked. You're not going to find information like it anywhere else on this platform. If you found value in this content, please don't hesitate to leave a comment sharing your thoughts. While you're at it, you know what I want you to do. Have a great day. Have a prosperous day. And most importantly, if that money is digital, so is the hustle. I'll see y'all in the next video.